Sonic X Shadow Generations is doing extremely well, okay? It's garnering critical praise, everyone loves it, it's already sold 1 million, and to further market the game, Sega just recently produced this cool CG trailer where we saw Shadow, the Time Eater, Black Doom, and oh no. Hello everyone, Wyman here, and today I thought we'd dive into a pretty interesting topic surrounding Sonic's elemental aesthetic. Is this another issue that 99% of people don't care about? Yeah. But is it interesting? Hell yeah, and I thought we'd talk about it. But before we do, as always, if you guys enjoyed the video, please be sure to leave a like, and if you want more Sonic content, subscribe for more. Let's start talking. We've all seen the Sonic movies, right? I mean, if you're a Sonic fan, there's a good chance that you have. It stinks to the first film that the franchise is doing even remotely as well as it is, but the films do have a truckload of issues, with the first being their questionable design changes. However, one thing the first movie introduced that a lot of people were intrigued with was Sonic's blue electricity. Whenever Sonic demonstrates a huge power boost or raw speed, there would be this electrical aura that encompasses the character, which is often a trope seen in a lot of speedster types that basically just is a visual representation of the powerful kinetic energy just emanating off of that specific character. And movie 2 even went further with this, and Knuckles also has that same electricity, Tails does too. So basically a lot of the animal characters, I guess you could say, the actual Sonic characters from the games, will demonstrate this electricity that's color-coded to the design. And now Shadow looks to be following suit as well, and I've seen a lot of people say that they really do enjoy these design changes. They think the electricity really does add a lot of coolness to the characters, and it's a great visual aid to really just demonstrate their alien powers. And you know what? I kind of agree. I've always thought the blue electricity looks really cool in Sonic. There's a lot of shots used throughout the films that's just oozing coolness. Which is kind of what the franchise is known for. I mean, the whole gimmick of Sonic in the 90s was the rule of cool. If it looks awesome, put it in, chief, okay? But now this is something interesting. We're seeing that same electrical aura kind of seep into the games. We saw that with Sonic in Frontiers, where if you gained a power boost, you would see the electricity kind of just oozing out of the character. And recently we just saw this CG trailer where you see modern and classic Sonic having that same blue electricity. So it's clear that Sega are taking design cues from the movies, and this should be a good thing. Most people think it looks cool, it gives the characters more personality, it adds to their general designs, so what's the issue? Well, a good bit actually. Fans are heated because they do not think the electrical aura matches Game Sonic. While it fits with movie Sonic and the type of character he is and his origins, Game Sonic should not have this electrical element. He should not be associated with it, that should not be a permanent part of his design. And the reason for this is because Sonic already has an element. Actually, that's rather misleading. Sonic already is an element. Sonic is the wind. Now, some of you may be confused by this, but basically what this means is Sonic is always moving forward. He is untamed, and he's ever at once. And what he's supposed to represent in that case is the wind. Not only has that always been kind of his visual element that we see in games like Black Knight or even 06, but there are even many songs and themes and episode titles of certain shows that further highlight the fact that Sonic is supposed to embody the wind. It fits with Sonic as a character because Sonic is not necessarily a traditional character. He is a role model. He is a personification of goodness. He transcends what you would classify as a traditional character in a traditional narrative setting. Regardless if you like this or not, that's what's always been intended for the character. That was what always made him so unique. That's what made him stand out from a lot of other video game characters at that time. Sonic really just is more so a catalyst for the change in other people rather than a character who undergoes change himself. And so now you can kind of see the disconnect between people who like the electrical change and people who do not, because giving Sonic this electrical aura basically removes that wind element. It removes a lot of what makes Sonic so unique, and instead it kind of just makes him a lot more generic. Like I mentioned earlier, it's very common for speedsters or even just characters of a raw power type to have this electrical element kind of emanating off of the design. Think of Flash. Flash is a really good example of this exact same kind of trope, and even though it looks cool for Sonic, that doesn't necessarily mean it fits Sonic. It fits movie Sonic because, I mean, spoiler alert, movie Sonic is absolutely nothing like game Sonic. The two may as well just be entirely different characters. And the films take a lot of creative liberties, what with lore, characters, etc. So something as subtle as a design deviation kind of works in that angle, because movie Sonic is definitely not the Wind, okay? He is not that guy. He's not that guy. But game Sonic is. And so you're really just removing a lot of, like I said, a lot of what made the characters so appealing. And I get that this is a very small thing, a lot of people won't care about this, but it's important to uphold these qualifiers for certain characters, because if we just start, you know, having a lot of these stuff from the movies seep into the games, it just takes away from what the games were doing. It takes away from what a lot of the symbolism in earlier stories meant, and it just kind of muddles the water. It makes the games overall more generic. Now, I've seen the argument, well, why can't the character have both? Why can't he have a electrical element and a wind element? In fact, when you put the two together, it kind of makes Sonic resemble a thunderstorm, which does not work. It just does not work. This argument's very silly. People are really just saying stuff now. A thunderstorm is harsh, violent, and scary. Sonic is not harsh, violent, nor scary. Sonic is very passive. As I said earlier, Sonic is supposed to be a manifestation of everything good in the world. He's supposed to be untamable, you know, like the wind. He's supposed to be everywhere at once. The wind as a concept, you know, just as we know it in real life, it can be very peaceful, very soothing, but it can also be fast and unpredictable and everywhere at once, and that's why it fits game Sonic so well. And this also just boils into a larger issue of people really just do not care about a lot of the subtle nuances that made the series so magical and whimsical, and they're kind of just going with whatever looks cool, which, fair enough, this is Sonic. Sonic has always been intended to be too cool for school, but I think we can keep that coolness while simultaneously not taking away attributes of these characters and what makes them so special and what makes them stand out on both a visual and contextual scale. Really small video, really small discussion, but I thought that this was worth saying in case anyone was curious. I thought it was an issue worth getting into. But I'm actually really interested to see what you guys think. Do you guys agree and think Sonic should mainly just stick to being an embodiment of the wind? Or do you think that none of this matters and he should gain an electrical aura like his movie counterpart because it just fits more of the design and you think it's more raw? Do let me know in the comments. I'm actually interested to hear what you guys have to say about this. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and subscribe for more discussions like these. I tend to post Sonic videos pretty frequently. And one last thing as well. I have an audio drama coming out next month, a Sonic audio drama that I'm very excited to unveil. It's a story that means a lot to me, and make sure you're notified for when it comes out. I'd honestly really appreciate it. The voice cast did a really good job, and I'm very excited about it. But yeah, I hope you all have a great day. Peace out.